research team. So that way, what we ensure is we ensure that everyone's working to their own personal objective, as well as working towards a combined objective. Yep.
And that's a great way of coordination. So it's exactly applying what I was saying before. You have a shared objective that feeds into a shared challenge or obstacle. So everybody wants to feed into, you know, less straws or less plastic on campus, for example. Great, we're all on the same page for that. But you have to really think about where the skills and advantages are of each member of the group. So if you can leverage them effectively, they will find meaning in their participation, and you'll find that your social advocacy or your action on the ground is far more effective. So just to close up all that, can I just ask, sorry, I think somebody's mic is on. Okay, so I just want to kind of reflect on some of the key takeaways from this workshop. So again, really thinking about how to use the spaces available to you to your advantage is a necessary part of social advocacy. So thinking about what those spaces mean to different people as well is something to keep in mind. So, you know, if you want a more formal discussion or more informal experiential interactions for your participants, the space really dictates or manages how that interaction moves forward. Empowering your network to work together and participate in ongoing learning is really key. So I think more than ever, it's really important to think about how every level of your community is really tapped into. I think we've seen huge amount of feedback from our communities where there are pockets or groups that feel really undervalued. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so any social advocacy now really needs to think about the full spectrum of participation. And then finally, connecting with groups outside of your immediate network. This is incredibly important, and I cannot stress this enough. If you want to see your social advocacy or community engagement efforts enriched, you have to bring in different groups from your community. Now, these can be people who share a commonality with you or seemingly disparate views. Everything is really valuable if you listen or take the time to really understand what their viewpoints are. And I really believe that that's a key aspect of enriching our social advocacy efforts. Now, I just want to kind of close the session off by really stressing the importance of creating learning ecosystems like this. The types of challenges that we've seen this year are not new. However, their manifestations and resistance to change are becoming more and more difficult to withstand. One way we can begin to become more resilient to this is by continuing to reimagine the way we learn, organize, and collaborate so that we're part of an intentional evolutionary process that enables us to not only tackle these problems as they appear, but also empowers us to imagine future scenarios and preemptively work to resolve them. By doing so, social activists, students like yourselves, community organizations and their networks will not only become resilient to these challenges, they'll also be able to thrive despite them. So that's it from me, really, and I really kind of thank you for your time, and I hope you found some worth in today's discussion. Does anybody have any quick questions before we close? Okay, well, I guess if there's nothing else, then I just want to thank you all again for your time, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Ms. Basma. I know that you have done a terrific presentation, and I know that our students have benefited tremendously for your insights. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye, everyone.